Warning, the following video contains spoilers to the Tall Tale series / Skybound series of The Walking Dead. If you have not watched the series, there is going to be a card on the top right where you can watch the entire series in order already pre-made for you. And I picked different stuff from like RDC World if you watch them. So I think it'd be an interesting watch. Like I said, spoilers ahead. Thank you very much, and let's get right on to it. Konnichiwa mina, I'm Joseph5A, and I'm here with another, no. Actually, I've kind of done slight ranking tier list, I guess you can say, but it was on my anime list. But, yeah, as you guys heard from the warning in the beginning, I'm going to be ranking every Walking Dead video game character. I found this random list, it's like all the main characters. Basically it stops around here. This guy right here. Everyone else I don't know. Anyway, no. I know this guy. Yeah, okay. Everyone else I don't know. I can't really tell. I think these are DLC for the most part. Except for the dog. I don't really care about the dogs, to be honest. I mean, I could rank them, I guess. So I guess I'll move them here. I didn't really do anything with these, though. So it's probably just going to end up in E tier. I don't know. But I'm going to try to go and say all the names of every character. I'm probably going to include some clips of them. But, okay, let's just get right into it. I mean, God is, I don't know, this is just a random tier list. I did not make this. This is just what someone pre-made. But let's just give it a shot. Lee Everett. Come on, that's a no-brainer. This guy was on his way to jail, took Clementine in, and basically raised her himself. This guy did everything he could for Clementine. I mean, it was crazy. It kind of made me feel like, I don't want to say a dad, but like, man, I really want to raise her. I want to raise her properly, whatever. If this was IRL, it'd be something like that. And the next character, Clementine, come on. It's the same thing. Same thing. God tier. I mean, it's just the main protagonist. She's a beast. She did everything she could for AJ. It was awesome. And she took the role of Lee. And even to the day where she was having her doubts or whatever, she would go to sleep and look at Lee and try to find Lee, dude. It was amazing. Like I said, I'm going to be putting examples and whatnot, but dude, it was insane. Ben. Oh man, Ben. I'll put him in D. Ben overall as a character I feel like had way more potential if he wasn't such a scared loser, in my opinion. He basically ended up being scared the entire time. He basically sold by giving bandits medicine, food, etc. He tried to bribe them off, which eventually got Kenny's son and his wife killed, basically. I also say his wife because his wife, even though she wasn't bit, she killed himself, and it was just terrible. Let's see. Who is this guy? Let me get his name real quick. Sorry, guys. I have a whole list of names right here, but I'm trying to look at it right now. What was his name? I don't remember his name. He's one of the doctors or whatever. I don't remember his name. It's not Herschel. Where is it? Forget it. I'm just gonna rank him E tier. He was really cool at first. He backstabs you later on. He steals the boat, which is like the main thing we went for. The main thing Kenny wanted. He backstabs you and everything, and it's just not fun. Basically, he's kind of a loser in my opinion. He's like, yeah, I know you can't take care of Clementine, so I'll take her off your hands. He says that, but yet he doesn't know how to run his group of old people. Cause I swear I think I remember him saying like, yeah, we used to have a pretty big amount of people living here during these raids and whatnot, but now we're down to like 4 people. The rest are just in the was it crematory or whatever, the place where you throw bodies to burn. Yeah, Chuck. I'll go check a B tier. Chuck is really cool. I think he ends up doing a lot for the team. He ends up saving Clementine, which was really dope, in my opinion. Even though the game totally sells you on that, which I think is dumb, but either way, I think Chuck deserves a B. He's a cool guy. He's a beast himself in his own way. But yeah, Kenny. This is gonna seem really controversial. C tier. The only reason why is if you've seen my Let's Play of The Walking Dead, I basically did everything I could to make Kenny happy. I did not care about anything else. And the reason why I did that is because I knew how Kenny is. Kenny ends up being a jerk in season 1. If you don't hold this guy's... what is it? Hold this guy's... I'm not trying to say something like completely not mean. Or... if you don't hold this guy's hand and feed him money or whatever, he basically backstabs the hell out of you. It's stupid. Katja. Same tier as Kenny. I guess like wife, like husband, like wife. But hey, she wasn't really a significant character in The Walking Dead, in my opinion. Yeah, she was a quote unquote doctor, but didn't really do much. She didn't want to kill, so Lee, Kenny, and a couple other people had to kill. And she had a couple attempts to save people, and she didn't really do it. So, Larry, I mean, come on. Do I even have to explain? I mean, this guy's a freaking joke. It's the end of the world, and and just because Lee's a killer doesn't mean you have to try to blackmail him for it. I think it's absolutely ridiculous, though. You can't be doing that to people when the world is dying and everyone doesn't care anymore, blah, blah, blah.
No, please! No! No!
Lily. We'll go F tier to E tier. She's just as bad as Larry, dude. I mean, she's trying to abduct kids to raise an army in season 4 to fight a war for her. And I'm like, aren't you like ex-military or whatever? And didn't you say you had a harsh father? Why can't you just start shooting them? You gotta go abduct kids? Get out of here. Molly. D tier. It's just as useless in my opinion. She's not doing anything good. I mean, come on. I think there was better potential for her. This chick, I don't know her name. D tier. E tier. She was nice, she was cool, but she goes along with this guy. And it was practically pointless. Only time I was happy was when she turns to a zombie and she tries to cross through the window, and I'm pretty sure you shoot her. or you slice her head off or something. Duck. Yeah, this is gonna seem really weird because I'm gonna put the whole family together. I found Doug annoying, but I didn't find him too annoying, honestly. I think he like knows what's going on with the world, but he tries to have fun with it, which is cool. I don't really care, but I do think there were times where he should be taking it seriously and he's playing around like a joke. But yeah. Ooh, the farmer family. Which ones? What's the name of these people? I know I have it on here. Oh, there you go. Brenda, Brenda, Andy, and Danny. Um, yep, let's just go. No. I can't put them in the same tier as them. At least these guys did something. These people were actually absolutely useless in my opinion. Or did something really, really scumbaggy. These guys basically try to feed, where's it? This guy, Mark. They chopped his legs off and literally fed them to the whole group of people in season 1. It was absolutely stupid. And, I mean, come on. Even though the world is ending, you have cows and whatnot. I mean, you can be able to do something, right? Come on. Or like, I don't know. Do you have a farm? You have a generator that runs on gas, bro. You can do so much with that. There's so much potential. Doug and Carly. So I killed off Doug. I did. So I don't know much about him. I'm gonna put him in C tier. And I'm gonna put Carly along in C tier. Because they can swing either way. Carly knows about your identity, about you being a killer, which actually no, I'm gonna put Carly in D tier. She's like, she like does like a half butt version of blackmail in my opinion, where she's like, well, you're a killer, so I think you should tell everyone the truth, and and so I didn't like that about her. I like how she has a gun and she's a nice shot with it or whatever, but I didn't like that part. She dies off early, so early relative to the whole game into the season. I think it's episode 2 or 3. I don't remember. Doug, he's cool. He was cool. He was helpful. He did a lot. Glenn. I'll put him in D. He basically ends up being useless to the group, in my opinion. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna go scout out. I'm gonna go get some gas for us for the truck. And then he gets stuck. So Lee or Doug. I think Carly. I think you can only do Carly in that scenario. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, but Lee and Carly have to go save him or whatever. And he's like, yeah, I want to go save this other survivor, She's like begging for help, even though the survivor's like, get away from me, I might kill you or whatever. Yeah, but he goes off and leaves to try to save his own friend group, which is cool. I respect that. Krista and Omid. Just as useless, in my opinion. Just as useless. Maybe not so much Krista, but actually, no, I have to put Krista over Omid. The only reason why is because, Krista does protect Clementine throughout most of it, and Omid does his thing in a way, but Omid only really cares about Krista's kid and Krista really only cares about, and Krista kind of cared about the entire group at first until Omid gets freaking killed. But what pisses me off is she has a miscarriage and she blames it all on Clementine basically. And then she starts treating Clementine like she's the worst human being in the world. Like, come on. You literally said You literally agreed with Omid when it came to that bathroom situation. You guys could have all gone to the same stall. Clementine was old enough to know about this stuff. You're not old enough, but she knew about it. But what is it? You guys laughed it off. And then when Clementine's getting robbed, and Omid decides to walk in and not do anything. I mean, this guy walked right behind the robber and literally was just like, "Oh, hey, we're getting robbed. I have like a knife, a gun, or whatever, but I decided I'm gonna be absolutely useless and take a bullet through my stomach or head or whatever. I don't remember. And then you get mad and then you shoot the robber. But it's like, what took you so long, dude? Mark? I'm gonna put him same tier as Chuck because I think Mark, in my opinion, was pretty useful. In terms of doing some stuff. It's a very short. Keep in mind, this is a very small analysis, I guess you can say. I don't know, small picture, whatever. Because he dies really quick. He dies as fast as he's introduced, basically. And that's basically how all I can say. But he basically becomes buddy buddy with Lee. He backs you up. He's really chill about it. So I'm not complaining. All right, let's say we're getting a second season cast, which is there actually is a decent amount. That is not Nick. Who the heck are you? Da 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 da. Scan me 1 second, please. You got that, Luke? There you go, Luke. C tier. There's some stuff in the zombie apocalypse you can't be doing. You're having intercourse with Jane of all people, and you're having fun with it. I think you eventually get her killed because of that, because you make her pregnant, which I'm actually very surprised that happened like that.
I'm surprised it happened after one time, not the fact that they actually did it. Let me. I know what happens when people do it. All right, I'm not that stupid.
But like even then, you can't be doing stuff like that. You treated Clementine like she was like a zombie when she was still human and just had a dog bite in her, which you guys didn't care about. And you wanted some food of all things, and you get yourself caught in the I don't know what it is. It's not New Frontier, but the place where that one jerk was running. I don't remember. Or Carver was running. Yeah, I mean, you have your upsides. You were a nice guy in some points. You know how to make jokes, and you try your best to help out the group. But there are a lot of things I just look at and I'm going, you can't be doing the zombie apocalypse. Is it worse than these guys? No, these guys are like borderline useless in my opinion. Borderline useless. This is like helpful, or you can change them real quick, etc. Like the only reason why Kenny's here is because I was nice to him the entire season. That's the only reason why. Actually, I might move Kenny up. Doesn't seem right. Let's move him here for now. I'll check the list later. Sarah, no, you're. I was so happy when you died. I'm sorry. Like you did absolutely nothing for us. You were just whining, complaining, doing all this random crap. Carlos, you get a D too. You get a D. You're just as useless as your daughter, in my opinion. Sure, you're like a doctor, quote unquote, or whatever, and you do this, that, etc. And you know when to keep your daughter in check, etc. But you blaming people for your mistakes, in my opinion, like your daughter should know about the zombie apocalypse. Your daughter should be prepared. But instead, she's out here screaming, "Help, Dad!" and getting almost everyone killed. Rebecca, yeah, you get a D as well. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people in this season that's gonna get a really low ranking. You get a D as well. I mean, there's no there's no way in saying it. You're absolutely gonna get someone killed in a zombie apocalypse with all the crap you do. I mean, you're sitting there going like, "Do I look like a?" Actually, I'll just play the clip.
Just stay
Who are
calm.
you? Are you trying to rob us?
Excuse me, honey, but do I look like a fucking thief?
They don't know.
Yeah, there we go. There's a clip. I mean, come on. They don't know you're a robber or whatever. Like, come on, get out of here. The dad, Alvin Jr. Or not Alvin Jr., Alvin. I'll put him here. He's a wannabe tough guy at times, and he does a lot of things that are really cool for his wife. Or not his wife, but like the person he cares about at least. I don't know, dude. That whole season messed me up. That season, in my opinion, is like the worst one because the group doesn't work with Clementine. They all kind of go at each other's heads, and they're all just kind of useless, in my opinion. But he's cool. I mean, he was really slick with his decisions. Like, you know, when you find them peaches in the cabinet or whatever, he's like, Clementine, can I have some? Yeah, you know, you'll see that clip. Alvin.
Hey, Clem, there's not a lot of food here, and Rebecca, well, she's eating for two. You think we can keep this just between us? I hate to even say it, you know, and I'd never go against the group, but I've got to put Beck and the baby first.
I'm gonna put Alvin Jr. in A tier. I'm not putting him in S tier because I think S tier would be like, okay, if the game continued, we can run it through Alvin Jr. We can't run the game through an Alvin Jr. The reason why I was super happy about Clementine surviving at the end of the season is because you can run the game through her. She has that great character development. But Alvin, there's just so much work in my opinion. It's just pretty bad. Yeah, he can get confidence, he's trigger happy, he can shoot, blah, 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 blah. And I understand he's like confused, but you gotta be able to trust your... I mean, Clementine went through the same situation as you, and she's trying to help you, but there's times where you're just not listening. I mean, you get into a big argument with her and whatnot, which you kind of have to diffuse, but it's alright. Pete, same thing, A tier. This guy took Clementine's bite seriously. Didn't think it was a dog. Just kind of believed her. And did everything he could. I mean, this guy sacrificed his life to protect Clementine. Someone he didn't even know. So that's what I thought was great. Nick. Yeah, same thing. You kill someone's friend. Like nothing happens or whatever. And it's absolutely pathetic in my opinion. This guy wasn't drawing a gun to you. Actually, no, he was drawing a gun to us. But I mean, like, he was, like, trying to talk about it. And then I think he lowers it. Says, oh, yeah, I got some food at the station, man. I can go help you all out. I can give you some. And then, but you just pull up your gun. Just shoot him in the head. That was just dumb, in my opinion. That was a dumb move. What's this? Senorita? I mean, she didn't do anything wrong. She didn't really get much time to do anything. So I'm gonna just put her here. Like I said, she didn't do anything really wrong. It's just, there was not much you can really say about her. Who's this guy? Is it Pete? It's not Pete, right? It's Walter. There you go. That's the Walter guy. I'm gonna put him in B tier. He helps people throughout the entire zombie apocalypse by giving them food and whatnot. He's willing to bring in Clementine's quote-unquote group at the time. And he's just like, his friend got killed by this guy, Nick. And he's like, yeah, I mean, he forgave him and protected him. I mean, he probably did that within the span of like 20 minutes too, because like immediately after Raiders come. Who are you? Mike. You're really cool. You had so much character. You had so much potential as a character, but then you basically go on and backstab the entire group. Along with Bonnie. There you go. That's where she should have been. You also had potential to be really cool, but I mean, come on. The one truck we find, you go off and steal it and almost get everyone killed. Or not everyone killed. You get Clementine almost killed. I mean, thanks to this jerk, I'm gonna go off the list right here. Actually, no, you get an F tier. You get an F tier. Was it Alvaro? Arvo? I don't remember his name. Arvo, yeah. You get him killed. I mean, you pulled the trigger on Clementine to shoot her in the shoulder, dude. What the hell's wrong with you? All she was doing was... Granted, I asked for Kenny and whatnot. I yelled for them. But still, you can't be doing that, fam. Especially when she spared you so many times. I could have been You can basically interrogate the guy and be a jerk to him, steal his stuff. Or you can be nice to him. And you be nice to him, and this guy ends up backstabbing you twice. And gets people killed. Carver. E. In terms of being a villain, he's not that good in my opinion. Man. He's not that good of a villain. Kind of selfish. He quote unquote runs a community. I'm not even going to go further into it. Who the hell is this guy? Troy. Yep. I'm glad Jane stabbed you. I think it was stabbed. I don't know, dude. That's all I'm going to say. Reggie. Yeah, you had no significant... You didn't do anything significant to the plot. I'm not going to knock you for it. Jane. C tier. I don't know why this is the picture of Jane, but... You're basically an all-around jerk and only care about yourself, in my opinion. You don't really care about the other group. You come back for Clementine and say she's cool and whatnot, but... You don't really do anything, in my opinion. Javier, S tier. I would put Javier in God tier, but I mean, I don't think he's at that level yet. I just think he's really cool because you get a protagonist that doesn't care about killing zombies. He's good at it, and he just does his thing. I mean, like, if we had to write when they wrote a season with Javier as the main protagonist, they did a good job of doing it, in my opinion. They weren't doing anything stupid or crazy. Yeah, sure, it wasn't Clementine, but we gotta see Clementine. And this guy took over so much for this douche's family. Even though technically he ends up getting with Kate, but, you know, we're not gonna go over that. Let's see. What's your name? What's your name again? David, I think? I don't know. Let's see. David, yeah, I was right. D. As a father, you get an F tier technically. You never came back for your wife and kids. You treat Javier like a jerk, like he doesn't know anything, and when you don't know anything. Javier's just trying to do his best. No one's gonna know the answer to everything in a zombie apocalypse, but you keep blaming him for it. But then there's a scene where I was a smart A. I mean, I told him, well, look who's finally stepping up, and he gets pissed off about it. It's like, yeah, you're finally stepping up. I took care of your wife and kids the entire time. And when your daughter gets killed, you don't do anything? Get out of here. It's like, come on, how pathetic can you be? Oh, Mariana. I liked Mariana, so... Yeah, I'll put Mariana in B. She was really chill with it, in my opinion. she showed a lot of maturity for someone of that age, and it was sad that she got killed early on in the season. You know, she literally took a bullet through the head, and that just made Javier pissed off. But it just sucks, man, because I think she could have been such a good character. Gabe, I'll put you one tier below. He's kind of a hothead in my opinion, and needs to learn how to mature better. But but you know I understand he's trying his best. I understand that though. He's just trying to do what he thinks is right, what he can do, etc. Kate, I mean, you don't think about the overall group until something major happens. You cheat on your husband with his brother. It's like, come on, you can do better than that. I'm not expert in romance or anything, but come on, I don't think you need to cheat on someone. Just break up with them. Tell them you don't want him anymore. It's a zombie apocalypse. What's he gonna do? You're not gonna get 50% of his wealth. Clinton, Joan, Paul. This guy's name is Paul apparently, and Lonnie. I'll tell you where Lonnie goes. There you go. That's easy. Backstabs. Doesn't tell the truth, lies about it, blames it on David. I mean, he doesn't know what he's doing. This guy's literally a Joan bot, which Joan also gets an F tier. I'm going to put you in D tier. And I'm going to put you actually in C tier. You just want to, I mean, Clinton was just following Joan. I don't blame him too much for that. I think he could have done better, though. Joan, I mean, you're just scum. You're just scum, in my opinion. You're holding an outdoor execution in town square for everyone to see. And Paul, I mean, you just wanted to die. You didn't care. You were smoking weed till you were passing out every day, or trying to. I mean, shoot. What's her name? I don't know her name. Oh, there you go. Eleanor. You backstab the entire group. You can basically get Trip killed, which she does, which is pathetic. You blame it on Javier, which is your fault. Trip sides with Javier, and you get him killed. You're like, yeah, Joan, this is what they're gonna do, so protect Trip and I, or blah blah blah, and you just mess up. Trip, put you in C tier. You try your best to help out Javier by being a buddy, which in the same scenario has to come back to you. You're kind of like a Kenny in a way, where if you make a bad move, he'll backstab you in a certain way. You were kind of a hard butt at first, but I understand why. You were running Prescott. I can see that. But yeah, you know what you were doing though, and I definitely give you credit for that. Conrad, I didn't really have much development with Conrad because I got him I killed him early on. But you shouldn't be flipping out over New Frontier. Scarification symbols. I'll put you in D though. You could do better. I don't know how it is. You can make him survive longer in the game, but I didn't have that opportunity. This guy, Jesus. That's his name, people. Paul, but his friends call him Jesus. You and your friends, we only meet for a brief second. You help us out. You're a beast in your own right, and you end up basically helping out a lot of the people. I mean, we need help, and you're just like, okay, no, I got this. I'll come back and I'll bring my friends with us, and let's clear out this whole town of walkers. And then you're like, yeah, well, there's other settlements that need help, and I'm gonna go help them out. So you know how it is. Willie, you are just, when they say, I don't know what it is. Oh, Erickson's boarding school survivors. even though it's technically Eric's, I think it's Eric's boarding school for the troubled or something like that. I don't remember. You are one of the troubled. I mean, the reason why you went in, I'm just gonna put a clip so I don't have to say that. And you just kind of have a hot head. You only care about where the hell is he? Where the hell is he? I don't see him. Oh, this guy. But I'm not gonna get into it. Omar, I mean, you do your thing. I'll say that. I'll give you credit for that. Rudy, same thing. You kind of got a temper. Kind of freak out and panic real quick. And you just kind of, even though you're quote unquote the medic, you kind of got to toughen up in a zombie apocalypse. Azim. I forget, does Azim do anything significant? I swear he does. Oh, you have a crush on Rudy. That's what I remember. I'll put you in the same tier as this guy. You're like the calm, collected version, but you, I don't know. Violet. I made Violet Clementine's lover, so I'll put you in C tier. I mean, you do your thing. I'll say that. I'll give you credit for that. You do your thing. You try your best. You basically follow orders, and you don't really complain about them. Sometimes you will. Sometimes you won't. You back up Clementine. You try to help her out, and everything goes well. Lewis. I mean, the only thing you want to do is be with Clementine, so I can't knock you for that. I mean, shoot, I don't know how if Clementine was, I think she's 17 by season 4, but if Clementine was freaking 18, 19, which is around the age I am right now, dude, I would ask her out. I don't really care. I say screw it. I mean, she's a beast, bro. Mitch. Same tier. You help us out, you can make bombs, blah, 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 blah. But man, you're such a wannabe tough guy. You're walking around like, yeah, dude, I got a knife. I make these weapons. I do all this. And then you pull a knife on Clementine, and all I have to do is click one button. It looks like all Clementine does is basically slap your hand and take the freaking knife away from you. And then you sit there and go, well, like, get out of here, kid. Marlon. Oh man, you're trash. You just guys trash. You're selling your comrades out for just a couple more months or like another month to live. And you're getting a bunch of them killed. You're trash. You don't deserve anything. Oh, that's Ava. I might as well rank Ava. There you go. She's a military person. She backstabs the New Frontier in a way and helps out David, his family, and Javier. Doesn't really do much after that because she just gets pissed off all the time. Brody. Not too much information to give. Just gonna put her in E. Tennessee. I mean, you sold. Flat out, you sold. I don't care. You sold. You sold twice. No, 3 times maybe. And I'll put them up on the screen right now. There you go. I mean, like, come on. You sold so hard. It's pathetic. Alright, this is gonna be Nerva, right? Yeah. Your singing's really good. I don't know who your voice actor was, but their singing was really good. But you're trying to get you tried to get your whole family killed, basically. You know, it was you killed Sophie, who was your sister. You get bit by walkers, have walkers follow you, attract the walkers to the bridge, and then try to get them killed as well, which I'll put a clip in too. Who is this person? Oh, Abel. Yeah, you're trash. You're scum. I don't care about you. James. Okay, I know what happens. Okay, in my walkthrough, I picked an option almost no one picked. And certain things happen. I know what happens when you pick the other option. This guy's crazy. This guy's just flat out crazy. He thinks you can live in a world with walkers by wearing walker skin and whatnot, which no, you can't in my opinion. Sure, you may be able to do some things, but not all the time, man. Don't push your ideals of a perfect walker society on everyone. It just doesn't work like that sometimes. Oh, these two. Where's Lonnie? Where did I put Lonnie in? Yeah, you guys go in the same place. This guy had a brain at least. I'll give him credit for that. Roxy. No, I'm not even gonna do the dogs, man. Roxanne. All she ever wanted to give it all right. She think I'm it. Alright, let's make some final adjustments. That stays. That stays. Maybe not him. I feel like maybe AJ should get the tier by himself. So maybe something like this. I'm kind of biased towards AJ though because Clementine was taking care of him, so he kind of had a lot of guidance in a way, and he ends up saving Clementine, which was like the GOAT version. Still not what I would think is S tier main character. These, I mean, come on, there's no one's touching Lee and Clementine. Come on, come on, there's no cap. I mean, come on, it's just so simple. Chuck, Pete, Paul, Mark, Kenny, Alvin, Pete, maybe, no, Walter, and I don't remember her name. Okay, yeah, I think this is about it for that one. Cat, Katja, Duck, Doug, I don't remember her. Am I really going to compare these to these? You don't deserve to go up, though. I feel like this is very harsh. Ben did bad, and they did bad. But they tried, so I'm going to give it a buck with you. The only reason why I don't want to put Ben higher is, yeah, he risked his life and whatnot, but still, I mean, like if you could realistically get Ben killed, but you can save him just as fine. So, like I said, only cool thing I think I said this earlier in the video, only cool thing he did was say, he stood up to Kenny, which was dope in my opinion. Alright, yeah, you're a scumbag. You're scum because you just follow him. Alright, you're scum. Nope. Yep. Okay, that's the only person I don't think deserves it, but still. I'll put you in D. Yeah, I'll put you in D. Reggie, I backstabbed the hell out of you. Yeah, okay, no, I think that's good. So here's the final list. And yeah, I guess that's every character of The Walking Dead ranked. And now we're officially done with the series. I don't know why this took so long. Maybe it's because I kind of forgot about it, but RDC World still hasn't done theirs, so that's my excuse. But yeah, you know how it is. This has been your boy on his Radio 5A, and sayonara.